Today's December 18th, 2017. John, the year has just flown by.
It has, especially the last 2 months. Yeah.
I know. We haven't done a podcast in a while.
We've been all over the place, the two of us. That's why.
The last time we left you, we were on our way to Europe for the crypto
and ICO meetup of the year. You know what? I just thought of this. Not even John Olson's traveling as much as us.
No, he's traveling more.
No, he isn't.
Yeah.
No. I hit 10 cities in 10 days.
Oh, okay. You, not me.
Oh, okay. Well, you hit what? Let me see. You hit London, Geneva, Warsaw, back to Chicago, right?
Yeah, and I did. I even went to Iceland.
And you went to Iceland, too.
For a cup of coffee. I didn't even have a cup of coffee there.
Cup of coffee and a dip in the hot tub.
They rush
the Blue Lagoon.
They rush you through the airport in Iceland.
Why?
They rush you through. And
probably because you'd freeze to death?
No, they send you outside. And that flight that I took, it went from Chicago to Iceland to...
Gatwick, was it?
To Gatwick. And then I've learned the new scam. Say you're handicapped. When you get off the plane, then you can rush through customs in one of those little mobiles. Because I saw this lady's like, oh, did you get a cart for me? I'm like looking at her like, you can walk. What's your problem? And as I stood in line for an hour, I saw why. She got in one of those little buggies and she went right through customs. It kind of sucks. Then I saw...
all we'd have to do is buy... Not that you or I are going to do this, but all you'd have to do is buy one of those knee, things and put it outside of your pants. The metal knee lock thing.
I know.
And then just kind of hobble off like that.
Like polio. I've got polio.
They'd throw you on there. Yeah. Like I say, you and I aren't likely to do it, but I could see a whole bunch of other people doing it.
All right. So now, in the last 2 months, we've embraced this whole technology of Bitcoin,
crypto,
and blockchain. It's
currency.
It's tough being a Bitcoin millionaire, John.
Yeah, it is tough.
I peeled off some of my earnings, my winnings, and bought a beautiful new lens.
Oh, yeah, you did. That is a gorgeous lens.
For the trip today, the 24-millimeter Canon lens, and we're going up to New York.
You hear that, people at Canon? You should be sponsoring Andrew for that.
You have to say
Troll.
You have to say it in Japanese. They do put out a good product.
Oh, yeah. It's one of the best. I mean, it's what... I forget. I think it was one of the SEAL movies. They shot it completely on the Canons.
Oh, yeah.
On the same Canon you have.
Yeah, the D, that was the Mark II.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they just put out some really nice glass.
Yeah. So
we're going up to New York. I'm going today. You're going tomorrow. And we're going for, like, part 2 or part 10 of this whole ICO.
Well, we're launch party. Launch party for the International Crypto and ICO channel.
Yes, which is on YouTube.
Gosh, we got a lot of people coming, too. We got, let me see, just in rough terms, Andrew, we've got the New York Post, we've got Business Insider, we've got Yahoo, we've got the Wall Street Journal, we've got CNBC, all covering it. International Crypto and ICO Exchange, one of the reasons is Investitute, probably where you're hearing us. One of the areas you might be hearing us through is on the Investitute podcast. Folks that are supporting us and helping us get this thing global, because we're going to be translating Investitute into Italian, French, and Spanish first.
See.
Then we're doing German, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, and Korean.
Korean?
Yeah. So, I mean, that's part of our growth, if you will be coming from turning all the information that we produce about Heatseeker, stocks, options, futures, and cryptos, folks, because we're using it for cryptocurrencies right now.
A regular Tower of Babel. We're going to be babbling about Bitcoins, which is, by the way, almost to 20.
Wow, almost 20,000.
We did this podcast. We did another one. I was looking back. I just wanted to see what we did. We did that one where they were announcing futures.
Yep.
And it was at 66-something per
6,600 per coin. We've put on $12,000 from that day.
I bought more at that.
God bless
these
you.
Levels going up.
And you bought Litecoin at much better prices than me.
Sub 60.
But luckily, you told me about it, that you thought that was one of the ones we should be buying. And, man, has that thing surged.
Well, it's simple. Everybody's opening a Coinbase account. And here's another prediction.
And you can only trade 3 things on Coinbase.
Yeah, it's like you open up a stock account at Schwab, and they say, okay, you can only buy 3 stocks, Facebook,
Apple,
and
Amazon.
Okay, I'll take one of each.
Okay, give me those.
Now, you know how after Thanksgiving everybody opened up Coinbase accounts, and it was the big
another
search?
million people, basically. It went from 10
right.
million to 11 million in just a couple days.
What do you think the conversation at Christmas is going to be?
Oh, everybody's going to say, hey, Dad, did you get me some crypto for my present?
Or it's going to be like, thanks, after Thanksgiving I'm hooked up, and then they're like, it's going to be a pile-on after Christmas, I think.
And what did you find? You were looking at it today, and you saw that, what is it? We're in the top 2%, you and I, for all owners of cryptos.
Yes. I'll put a link to it in the description. It's the Bitcoin rich list.
Yeah, that's it.
So if you own anywhere from 1 to 10 coins, you're in the top 6%, I think, or 2%.
2%, I think, yeah.
And there's only 500,000 people in this group that own this amount of Bitcoin. And then, of course, there's the Novogratz. There's 2 people that own like over 100,000.
Yeah.
So
one of them's our friend, Peter Brieger.
It's either him or Satoshi.
Well, Satoshi's got his... Didn't he own 2 million coins?
And he never spent a single one.
So that, for whatever reason, doesn't show up on the list, though. Because
I think it might be.
I show whoever the top one is had 156,000. Pretty sure that's Brieger.
Well, I'll let people look at the list and the link, and then they can decide.
Could be Wences up there in the top few, too.
He's another one, Wences from Argentina. From Patagonia.
Yeah. By the way, Bitcoin futures.
Yeah, let's talk about that because that was when we talked last. Now that they are being traded, what do you think?
Yeah, we've got SIBO, which launched XBTs. A week ago Sunday, they launched the XBT. That's their futures. It's a single Bitcoin. Not that that's bad. I'm not putting it down. I think it's a great idea. I bet the CME also goes to a single, as well as the CME, which launched last night with a 5-lot coin. So their future is on 5 coins. The SIBO's is on 1 single coin. The SIBO has a deal with Gemini Trust, for their auction for Bitcoin. And the CME has, let me see, Andrew. CME has a different reference rate. Their futures are under BTC, like Bitcoin's symbol, BTC. SIBO's are XBT.
Okay, so you pointed out the volume, because really we're volume people.
Yep.
What did you see in volume today?
The Merc, which just launched last night, Globex volume's 886 contracts so far. That is, and the last trade that they're referencing here is at 19,105. But that's a 5-lot contract. 5 times 19,000 is almost $100,000 notional value of the Bitcoin contract that trades at the CME. Meanwhile, that if you multiplied it by 4, what did we say, Andrew? That's 4,400. 886 times 5 is 4,430 of the SIBO contracts.
So you're going to have to put up $44,000.
Going to have to put up, because I think the margin on each is 40%.
Which is a lot.
Yeah, there are plenty of places you can trade it for 100-to-1 leverage online. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying there are plenty of exchanges. I counted over 400 exchanges
on Bitcoin.
On Bitcoin online.
So you can get jiggy.
You can get jiggy. And the XBT future is the most active contract, which is their January expiration, January 17th. It is trading 3,200 contracts so far today. So you compare one to the other, you've basically got 4,400 equivalent over at the Merc because, again, those 886 contracts times a 5-lot
I see
is more than the 3,200.
So the volume you see at the CME times it by 5.
As far as the same representation.
Okay, and then where it's only 1 coin on the CBOE, so when you're looking to see if volumes are picking up, but the bottom line is volumes are picking up.
Yep.
What do you think about the volume picking up? I don't know. I'm a Bitcoin bull, obviously.
I'm a bull too.
But I think it doesn't trade like anything else, and I think people that think they're going to short this and
there have been more people killed shorting Bitcoin, and it's funny, folks, for all of the people that give Andrew and I stuff all the time. Oh, if you speak positively about Bitcoin, that's somebody calling right now, by the way, on our hotline.
Yes.
If you speak positively, you're pumping it. You're pumping it. And if you speak negatively about it, boy, 10-1, you'll get crap from all the bulls, the Bitcoin bulls. But the bottom line is, folks, there are only 16,700,000 of these Bitcoins that have ever been mined so far. A maximum of 20 million, unless there's mutually assured destruction increasing the total stock of Bitcoins, there will only be 21 million. Asset like all that derive their value by their scarcity. There's a scarcity of Bitcoins. There's an awful lot of us who aren't selling. So in other words, when you're trying to buy them, when you see a bid go in, except on lucky days like when Novogratz bought them when they fell from 9,600 down to 5,600 in like 24 hours, except on days like that, you got to stretch to buy them. And it's not our advice. Andrew and I have been trading a lot of the other cryptos like Litecoin and Ethereum, but there are literally 1,000 other cryptos that you can watch and trade.
Tons.
Yeah, tons.
All right, so let's just wipe the currency, the crypto off the table for now. Are we doing any stocks? I did one last week. I texted you.
Yep.
I said I was buying some more Adobe.
It was a great trade.
Thank you.
Yep, worked out extremely well.
And holding, and I still own American Airlines, and I still own Apple, so I'm just hanging in there. And I still own that POS.
POS, I love that.
AMD, which I almost bought another few shares of that.
Well, today American Airlines did get up to 51.66. We cited it Friday for unusual activity again. Today, fresh meat, Andrew, I'd say watch Regions Financial, RF. Regions Financial January 20 calls, like that one a lot. And it hit twice today. It was January 20s and January 19s. Both. They bought both an hour apart. So watch that. Also, let me see, looks like letter X, which is U.S. Steel. Materials have been hot. In the last month, they're probably hotter than technology. I mean, take a look at the FCX chart. It's gone practically vertical, just gone straight up. FCX, which is Freeport, you see that one, it goes, just makes a big jump. Let me see. Here's it
looks like a Bitcoin chart.
It does. I mean, here's a 1 monther, Andrew. If you were lucky, you were buying it sub 14. Now it's 17. You take a look at that chart. Just in the last 5 days, it's gone from 15.12 to 17.28, and there's been a ton of unusual activity in this one.
Okay. We got a short week, sort of.
Yeah.
And
we'll be broadcasting a little from the NASDAQ tomorrow.
Yeah, because we're going to do that event. I'm shooting in Canon. I'm shooting my 24 mil.
You hear that, Canon? How about a little love?
It ain't going to happen, man.
That might.
It's not going to happen.
I told you I was out last week with NYC Food Coma.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I was at the Hunt and Fish Club with Nelson Braff, my buddy who is one of the owners. But the major domo of the place is Nelson Braff. He and Brian, if you ever need to get hooked up, you ask for those two folks.
I actually might want to get hooked up tonight.
Tonight it'll be too late. Tomorrow.
I'm just kidding.
Tuesday we'll get you over there.
All right.
But
can I use your knife?
Yes.
They have your
You
own.
can use my knife.
I'm Pete's knife.
My knife is sitting right next to Justin Timberlake's knife.
Oh, really?
There. Yeah. Justin's got his own knife too.
You got any females over there?
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. Kardashians have a knife, too, I think.
I'm going to lick Kardashian's knife.
Well, when I was sitting there last week, lady sitting next to me was NYC Food Critic. NYC Food Coma.
Yes.
That's her handle on Instagram. She's got 86,000 followers.
Some really delicious pictures.
Man, she's sitting there just like Andrew. She's got a light in one hand and her camera in the other. And she's holding the light to get the right angle on the food and then shooting with the camera in the other hand. But
nice shots, though.
Oh, my God. And they took care of her. Something fierce. But every place does. She had her publicist with her when she was there. Sick. NYC Food Coma.
Sick. All right, man.
Well, we're going to be at the NASDAQ tomorrow. It's a private party, but we've got a bunch of ICOs. That's initial coin offering, folks. We've got a bunch of reporters, our friends, showing up to cover it, and we'll be telling you more about it tomorrow. So be sure to tune in Check it out on Google Play, iTunes, and, of course, YouTube. Thank you, folks.